introduce yourselves. Make sure you know. Fake it.
You're live.
Fake it till we make it. Hey guys, how's it going?
Woo!
It's Andrew and Andre. How's everyone's day going? You can put how you're doing in the chat below.
Yeah.
Also, guys, comment whose hair looks better, mine or Andrew's. Start off with that.
Yeah, that's not going to be a competition.
I like the curls. I think you know.
I haven't done much with it today. Anyone do anything exciting over the weekend? I mean, we can't really go far, but
By the way, guys, my assistant Ronnie is in the building this week, so good to see you, Ron. Good to see you.
They cannot.
if you want to make a cameo, Ronnie, you can.
There you go.
Everybody comment Ronnie, the assistant, in the comments, please.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, share with your friends. Why'd you turn off the chat?
I didn't. I popped it out.
Oh. That's cool. Did you do anything fun this weekend or this week?
Oh, thank you.
I've still been working a bit, so nothing crazy.
Yeah. I didn't really do much this week. I did some stuff around the house.
Oh my gosh, that is so cute. How did you
Some
do
roommates and
that?
I, we were looking around our backyard like, hey, what can we do to fix up the place? I am not handy whatsoever in any aspect, but luckily my roommates, they know more about that. So, Ronnie,
Hey guys, all my fans here.
this isn't your show, Ronnie.
Hey, all you cool cats and kittens at
This is
home,
the
it's
show.
Ronnie.
Oh, wow.
Never.
My cool cats.
Let's
Do
go.
not.
Cool cats.
I'm not kidding. Don't.
Hey, cool cats.
How are you
It's
cool cats?
actually
How are you
not
cool
funny.
cats
I'm
doing?
dead serious. Don't say it.
I don't get it.
It's really inappropriate content for our kids to be talking about.
Oh, the Tiger King
Yeah.
itself. Oh, fair enough.
Just
Mr. Crosser
It's
painted
not-
his bedroom.
Okay. Way to go. What color did you paint it?
why did Reagan call our dad Mr. Crosser?
So we
But
know.
it's probably Rick. It's probably actually.
Yeah. Look, it is Rick.
What color?
What color did you paint your room, Rick? Hi, Ellie.
Make it less.
Hey,
Less awkward.
Nobody misses you.
I miss him too.
Hi, Anna. How's it going?
And it's
Well,
that
I feel like it's like a hey, attention grabber.
I think you just got like hard no.
Okay, okay. People,
Andrew be the person to have the chevron pattern on one of his
Wow,
walls.
shots fired.
Do you think I would have the chevron pattern on
I
one of the
know
walls?
you would.
No.
No, he would hand paint a fantasy map on one of the walls.
Yeah.
Wow,
Hey,
what-
guys.
Hardcore. I would have like the map of Lord of the Rings on my wall.
hey, Ron, if I design my room, how would
Hey
it
guys, so my name's Ronnie, Andrew's twin brother, and I want you guys to get on this Facebook Live, and I want you guys to.
This isn't
It's
Facebook
YouTube.
Live.
Oh,
It's YouTube.
Yeah,
what is YouTube?
my assistant's lagging today, guys.
So, we want your friends to come on. This
Hey,
is
you're
really,
doing this to yourself.
this is really weird, guys.
Yeah, that's because you jumped in.
It's not that weird because I jumped in. How many of you guys love
How many
Jesus?
viewers do you have?
How many viewers do I have?
Lindsay, hi!
If I can get 3,000, what
There's
happened?
8.
You
I
ruined
looked
it.
at the number of viewers.
If I can get 3,000 views on here, we will do Andrew's hair.
We will bleach
You've
Andrew's
done
will
it-
hair.
bleach
You've done it for less.
We've done it
For
We'll
less.
do the
That's
Andrew,
accurate.
That is very accurate.
Andrew is
I've done it
selling
for
himself short today.
But I had a job at the time that didn't really matter.
What
So,
happened? What did I do?
He was selling
so
coffee.
the first time we did it, we bleached my hair and dyed it blue, but it got reversed. So yeah, so it was like bleach and then blue tips. Instead of
So you were
Real
like-
frosted tips.
So
Yeah.
you
That's
were,
how
so you were
need
like
honesty.
in
I
sync.
want to see some pictures of this next step.
Hey, look, I'm gonna take a
find it.
selfie with all of
and
my,
then the second time we
my
did it,
followers.
we didn't dye my hair, but we just cut it, and we gave a clown haircut. So like I had a big poof of hair on the side, and then just nothing in the middle. It was a disaster. No one liked it. I don't know why the student chose that.
Sounds like a classic hairstyle. Like,
It looks like this is like something like scary.
Finally, needs to be done. Emma, my hair is fine.
All right.
Is there a way to make the chat a little bit bigger?
No.
Let's get started with the game.
Yeah.
Game time.
All right, we are going to play a game today. Josh, if you want to put that first slide on the screen. It's called So You Want to Move to a Tropical Island Paradise.
Which, who doesn't?
Especially right now, I'd rather be in a tropical island paradise than stuck here in Iowa. At least it's
And a
prettier. Yeah, there's more things to look at. So what's going to happen? There's going to be questions on the screen. And we're going to read the question, we'll read the answers, and then you guys are going to have to put in the chat below what you guys think the correct answer is. So if it's true or false, or if it's like A, B, C, or D, you put that in the chat. Here's a sample question. True or false? Coconut milk is the same as coconut water.
Is there a prize?
There will be a prize. We'll have someone go get a prize. There'll be questions, and then you have to decide what the right answer is. Put it in the chat. First person to get the right answer will get a point, and we'll tally that up at the end, and we'll let you know who won. So, without further ado, let's go to the first question. You want to read it?
Okay. Which one of these is not a real fire starting method? Coke can and a chocolate bar? Or B, rubbing two sticks together? C, batteries and steel wool? Or D, striking rocks together?
I feel like there's a couple there that don't make sense to me.
What are you thinking?
Like, a Coke can and a chocolate bar does not make sense to me. And batteries and steel wool, I don't see how that's gonna go together. But what do you guys think? Put it down in the chat.
Is there anything about rubber bands and soap?
There's nothing about rubber bands and soap, Ronnie.
That would have been
How
my
do you
first
wash
thought.
your clothes? How do you hang your
It's
clothes
to
on
start
the
a
rack?
fire.
What are you asking, Ronnie?
I would wash my shirts and then tie them off with rubber bands.
We got a lot
Lawrence
of A's
Spence.
here.
All right, Lawrence
Lawrence
Spence. The answer for this question is striking two rocks together. That's actually not a way to start a fire because it's actually strike a flint and steel, which is technically not two rocks.
So technically still wool in the battery.
Yes,
It's
apparently that works.
Looking for
Steel
nothing.
wool
It's
is
only
thin
got-
enough that it will burn and the battery will heat it to a point that you can't start a fire.
Okay, but how does a Coke can and a chocolate bar start a fire?
I don't have the answer.
I'm gonna have to look up.
Maybe you
Look
burn
this
the,
up.
the sugar and the chocolate
Maybe.
so much will burn.
Don't test this at home because apparently it starts a fire. We don't want that to happen.
Okay, next question.
Next question. Which of these should you not eat raw? A, seaweed. B, oysters. C, salmon. Or D, potatoes.
I'm definitely gonna go with rocks.
Katie, glad
feel-
to see you. We're playing a game. You answer correctly, you might get a prize.
I feel like there's a couple of those that you do eat raw, but nothing's sticking out to me like you shouldn't eat it raw.
Rocks.
I think I'm gonna go with maybe potatoes.
I'm gonna go with.
feel
I don't
like
know. I feel like they all can be eaten raw.
You have to do
Seaweed
something.
just
With
What do you
burns
guys
that
think?
goes in the ocean.
Would you just cut a potato?
So who mows the ocean?
Bam, eat it.
I wouldn't do that, but I think you could.
Oh,
I don't think you would die.
Could be possible. What do you guys think?
No answers.
Okay, we got the first answer. D, potatoes should not be eaten raw.
Rachel Spence got it right correctly.
It can give you gastrointestinal discomfort, apparently.
Yeah, they're especially bad if you leave them out in
Rachel,
the sun
great
for a
minds think
while.
alike.
They get a lot worse.
The more you know. Don't eat raw potatoes, kids. All right, next question.
Which of these should be your first priority? A, build shelter. B, find a water source. C, build a fire, or D, find food?
Um,
I'm definitely going with
I think I'm gonna go with D and find
for
some
300.
food.
Is there a Popeyes?
I get hungry pretty fast.
Popeyes.
Is there
I
I feel
Popeyes?
like it's gotta be B. Finding
Finding a
water.
Popeyes. My
Finding-
first priority on the island is finding a Popeyes.
I'm gonna differ from the
Yeah.
Popeyes, but
Do
if I
they
can
have
find a
island-
White
do they have
Castle
drive-thrus on
White
island?
Castle, really?
on an island, it'd be perfect.
Okay.
Hey Andrew, do
Interesting.
they have
Ring crosser.
drive-thrus on your island?
It's in your imagination, so yes. All right, yes. So the correct answer is you should find a water source because you got 3 days to live without water.
If this was not a tropical island, the answer would be shelter. Because in a harsh environment, you can go 3 hours without shelter, 3 days without water, 3 weeks without food.
Why can you-
So if it was like, Antarctica, shelter first.
Yeah.
But if it's like a beautiful tropical island
Like this.
like this,
Like this.
Water.
Yeah.
Water.
Water is a first choice.
What
All right,
about
Water
next
is
question.
essential.
Which of these is not a real type of lava? A. B. Hanu. C. Pillow. Or D. Ha ho ho
this is clearly
ha
Samoan.
ho ho.
I gotta believe this
Hoi hoi?
is Samoan
Ahoy hoi?
Hawaiian.
I think it's Bahoy
Or
hoi.
Hawaiian. Is it
So,
Samoan
I think
Hawaiian?
Yeah.
I think
All
so.
should just
Is-
yes.
well,
No,
they're-
they're Polynesian people.
I'm gonna go with B.
They're Polynesian.
Honu. I don't think that's a type of
Yeah.
lava.
You're not a type of lava.
I'm not
I'm
correct.
gonna go with
Put
C.
your answers. What are you guys thinking?
I'm going with C, guys.
Yeah.
Great minds think alike. So I think we see a lot of C's in the comments. Lily, there we go. Oh no, Lily guessed A. Come on now.
Right here.
Okay, Lily, Mom.
Well, Lily's guessing all of them, but
Whoa, she's like.
She just spammed
You
it.
only
spam
get
A,
one
B, C, D.
guess. I should have clarified that. You get one guess per question.
But you didn't.
I didn't
So
think I
moving
needed
forward,
to.
That's not fair.
Moving forwards, only one guess per question.
Good job, Lisa.
I guess hot,
Way to get in there.
guess hot
Lisa
coffee is
killing it.
All right. Answer is B.
Is hot.
Honu is not a type of coffee. It is coffee, lava. It is actually Hawaiian for turtle.
It is actually.
Whew. All right. We're doing great, guys.
We're killing
Keep
it.
up the good work. Next question, please. Which of these tropical fruits grows on a tree? We got pineapple, kiwi, banana, or passion fruit.
Everyone knows bananas grow under the sea.
What?
And pineapples. Who lives under pineapple?
there's
Under the
no
sea.
way.
What do you think, Andre?
I think I've seen kiwis up a tree one time.
SpongeBob SquarePants.
I don't know the rest of the song, but I know.
I
No.
think the correct answer is gonna
Of
be
course it's he.
kiwi.
SpongeBob SquarePants.
I don't know what kiwis grow on, so I'm gonna say they don't grow on trees.
Kiwis definitely grow underwater.
All right,
Yeah,
let's
obvious
go with the
one, bro.
the answer. Anyone put in answers in the chat?
One's answered, yeah.
C. We got a banana.
Lily, where you at, kid?
Multiple C's. So many C's.
But it's not correct.
Bananas grow on trees, guys.
Banana trees.
Not true. Just you gotta follow the slide. It's incorrect.
According to the slide.
According to the slide. They have a reason for it.
What?
Oh, interesting. It's the plant is technically not a tree.
Oh, let me
It's a,
see.
So the
Again,
answer is C.
No,
no,
it's not.
Come
The
on,
banana is a
guys.
berry.
Great minds think
It's
alike.
not a C. It's
gave you
not
guys
C.
the
It's
answer.
not a
Banana
C.
It's not C.
Yeah.
So don't put. It's not C.
It's gotta
Apparently
be
that's
one
not
of the
considered
other three
tree.
options.
Really?
it's a plant, not a tree.
Banana.
Trees are plants, but not all plants
So
are trees.
bananas are considered berries. Never knew that.
Plants are bananas are considered berries. Yes, Ron.
Did you know?
Looks
that?
like Molly.
I did.
But D, it's passion fruit. It does grow on trees. So bananas don't grow on trees. It's technically a large plant. It's classified as an arborescent
Tree-like.
tree-like perennial herb.
Nice.
We all know
So
the banana
we're getting
is-
technical here. We're testing your knowledge, guys.
Hope you learned something new.
Alright.
What does SPF
We all know the
stand for?
banana is the cousin of the
Suggested
russet
protection
potato.
factor. B, sun protection factor. C, sun prohibitive feature. D, solar protection factor.
Senior people fun.
It's definitely A, suggested protection factor. That makes total sense.
Suggested.
It's suggested.
It's just a suggestion, guys.
Why would that?
No big deal.
No. That just doesn't. So when you look at sunscreen and it's 100 SPF.
I
it's
was
only
being
suggested to
sarcastic.
maybe
It's.
be
I don't think
100.
it's A.
No,
I don't
let's
think
be
it's
honest,
A.
there's nothing really.
He really meant it. No, he's embarrassed.
No.
Yes, he did.
I was being sarcastic.
It definitely
What do you guys think in the chat?
What do you got?
Suggested protection factor.
That says D.
Rachel
Oh, actually,
said
we're
D.
down
Katie,
Katie
that's
Babcock got it right with sun protection factor. Reminder, it's getting sunny, folks, so don't forget to put your sunscreen on
when
Yes.
you stay.
when you
home.
stay indoors.
6 feet
Or
away.
if you go outside in your yard, you're like, hey, just need to be outside fresh air. Put sunscreen on.
I don't
If you're
have
gonna be out there
yard.
for a long time.
What if we live in apartments?
You can get sunburned through windows, guys. Always be
can't.
safe.
Cannot.
All right.
Ultraviolet light won't pass through the glass.
Andrew,
The more
just
you know.
0 for 2. 0 for 2.
Which
Just
of
own
these
it, it's fine.
terms? Which of these terms means the right front of your yacht? A. Port stern. B. Port bow. C. Starboard bow. Or D. Starboard stern.
How does one starboard bow? Can you show us, Andrew?
Starboard bow.
All right, now stop.
Seeing how
starboard
I own
stern.
mini yachts, I'm just gonna say I'm gonna go with C here. I'm gonna
You
go
own
with
mini
C.
yachts?
How many yachts do you own?
How many yachts is mini yacht?
Yeah, I need to know on.
You have to have at least 3, right?
Yeah, right. Like for you to have many.
All right, what do you guys
Yachts.
think?
At
A, B, C, or
least
D?
three. Solid. Everybody's
right.
googling this like so
What have you
hard.
got?
They're like,
Um,
I gotta
I
Google
think
it.
What we got,
I want to
guys?
say B.
Since when do I have a yacht?
Alexa.
Great minds think
All
alike,
right,
guys.
Lauren says D. Is that?
No,
Nope, it's not D.
Lily Love.
C. Starboard bow.
Lily Lum.
All right, Lily
Let's go,
took the
guys.
lead. Let's go.
3 questions
Lily
left.
Love.
Wah,
Next
Oh,
question.
Clipper ships.
wah. Let's go, boats.
So, what does SCUBA stand
Boats for
for?
real.
Submersible compressed underwater breathing airway, submerged controlled underwater breathing apparatus, self-contained underwater breathing apparatus, some crazy underwater beach activity.
I gotta believe it's gonna be D.
Yeah,
That's my
obviously,
vote.
obviously it's D.
That's
Ooh.
because I don't understand how to scuba dive.
I know what it means. It
Question
means
in the back.
Seriously, children, you should bathe at home.
Seriously, children, you
Yeah, that works.
use it with a Y.
Yeah, you went with you and just put you
Yeah,
as in the you,
Yeah.
like the text you.
Seriously, children, you should bathe at home.
All right,
And-
I see.
It doesn't work.
Is that what she meant?
She meant
C.
Yeah.
Katie?
All right, Katie Babka,
Katie's
you got it
tied for
right.
first
It's
with
self-contained
Wow.
underwater breathing apparatus.
It should have
Should have
been
been
DVUBI.
DVUBI, Darth Vader underwater breathing imitator.
Ha ha! Got him! Got him! Let's go! That's some dad humor mixed with some nerd humor. It's like a twofer.
No one's
Did-
watching
did-
Star Wars at home. No one's that bored.
Did Darth?
We did.
Mm,
We started.
nope.
We started watching episode 1. That's the thing.
All right, we're gonna keep
That's a
on
big
trucking
one.
away at these questions.
Which of these starfish facts is not true? A. They have no brain. B. Their average lifespan is 35 years. C. They can regenerate their limbs. Or D. They can survive in fresh water.
I can tell you one thing. Have you ever had
Here's what the answers,
starfish
guys.
salad?
Starfish salad is actually amazing.
35 years seems like a long
It's
time
not,
for a
guys.
starfish to
I
live.
have no idea.
I would
I
never
hope you
eat
think
that.
of the
I've
starfish
never-
from Finding
I haven't even been alive for
I think
35
that's
years
like
yet.
Something more.
So, to think that there's starfish out there that are older than me,
Right. So intriguing.
You're not 35?
I'm not 35, contrary to popular belief.
Wait, is that popular belief?
No,
That
but
he's 35?
He's definitely
Oh, I've got a B, a C,
People have
and
thought I
a
was
holiday
30.
says done. Where to first?
Me and Andrew's facial
Is it a
hair
B or a
makes us
C?
look older.
Just kidding.
Yeah.
It's more awkward.
And
Incorrect.
We
B
got
or C, are
35.
those correct
I got a
answers?
D and an A. Lauren Spence. with
Lauren
the D.
Spence now tied third. For
Wow,
best.
three-way tie.
Okay. Apparently,
This
they
question is the
cannot
winner
survive
take
in
all,
fresh
'cause
water.
Otherwise,
All right, next question.
Say it, winner takes all.
Winner takes all after we've said it 3 times.
And you will be a part of this selfie.
What selfie?
This one.
Group selfie.
Andrew, don't do that.
Flag.
Just look forward. Don't look in the selfie.
Which of
Andrew,
these
don't-
facts about Tahiti is not true?
A. Tahiti is the only place you can find black pearls. B. The letter B doesn't exist
Oh,
in
it is not.
Tahitian language. Or C. The word tattoo originated in Tahiti. D. The word Tahiti means turtles. Turtles
The
bosom.
tattoo.
tattoo.
Tattoo originated.
Tattoo. Tattoo.
Tatooine.
I can't speak. It's hard.
And I would like to just say Tahiti is a hop. It's called Tahitian treat.
Tahitian treat. Woo! That
Okay,
was
what
so
do you guys
good in
think?
high school.
That is not a
Definitely a
pop.
soda.
We have D.
That's
Is
that's
that-
a fairway
Yes,
brand
Fairway.
sort of thing.
looks like Reagan or Rick Crosser.
Reagan won.
Reagan 1.0. She can't just take it all. now.
Rick-
I mean, that's what we said. Winner takes all.
Winner
Reagan.
takes all. Reagan, you're getting a new gift card to
Subway. It's
So,
a
the
Subway
word Tahiti
gift
means
card.
turtle's bosom. That is not a true fact.
Can we please never say
Some scholars believe Tahiti comes from a word meaning distant, which makes sense because it's literally a 49-hour
Yeah,
flight
just definitely get it.
on TripAdvisor right now. But unfortunately, we can't go because everything's going on right now. All right, we are gonna switch over.
Reagan's gift card. Show
Okay.
her.
Yes,
That took way too long.
It exists.
Rick Crosser, this is coming your way.
Hey,
Reagan.
To
I'm
Reagan.
gonna throw it at your house.
All right,
At some
we are going
point.
to transition and have Coach Pastor Michael DeWard come over here.
That's my least favorite.
Everyone, give it up for Coach Pastor Michael DeWard.
Hey guys, it's me. It's me again. How are we doing here? I gotta get myself all settled in. Okay, people
Hey,
on the
nice
back.
try. Stick it out.
All right, so I gotta cough first. I'm gonna die. Do we have our song queued up?
No.
Oh man, what a mess.
Okay, so just go here, top left. There's a slide up there. I'm gonna read. I want to talk about my favorite band in high school, and that band was Reliant K. Okay, and I really love them. They're a really great mix of like just tomfoolery with some Jesus music. Thanks for the water. I'm just gonna die slowly. And they have a song that for me I think really hits home. So if we can get the music to actually function, I want you to
Looking at the
this is from Reliant K. Okay, we're just gonna listen to the first kind of verse and chorus, and hopefully the sound will work and not be so blaringly loud.
cop in the rear view mirror. Probably should have stopped, but the crosswalk was clear. I'll just imagine it's a ticket to a Broadway show. Looking at the clouds and they seem kind of funny. Probably gonna rain, but my outlook is sunny. I'll just imagine that I'm laying out in Mexico. Cause I know pleasure's gotta come with pain. And I know things won't always go my way. And I know life is gonna suck someday. But I can't complain. I can't complain. Every day's too short to let it go to waste. No, I can't complain. I can't complain.
Oh man.
You gotta treat every day like a holiday. And
Sounds like Ben Breck.
Okay, so I want you to understand. Please go to the lyrics again. Just real quick, if you weren't listening very well, I just want to be very clear about what it's saying, and I think it really gives kind of a good idea here of just kind of like this misconception that we as Christians typically have about how to deal with pain. So the first verse says simply, looking at the cop in the rearview mirror, probably should have stopped, but the crosswalk was clear. I'll just imagine it's a ticket to a Broadway show. Or looking, okay, go. Looking at the clouds, they seem kind of funny, probably gonna rain, but my outlook is sunny. I'll just imagine that I'm lying out in Mexico. And the idea is this: when bad things happen, when pain or struggle happens, we have this idea that, oh, we're Christians. We have to be happy about things. We have to enjoy the things that are currently happening. And I think this is just so incredibly, I think it's the wrong idea that we have of pain. We're not supposed to be the type of people that, just fake being happy in an effort to just seem like we're better than everybody else. And in fact, when you see people like that, oftentimes you think of them as fake. And so I think about in my own life, my own personal pain, struggles, that sort of stuff. And it's very simple. I've lost about 4 or more family members, and kind of just, I lost an aunt married to cancer. I had a second cousin who passed away. Both my grandparents on my dad's side have passed away. My wife had an aunt who passed away. And the truth about those things is just simply that those things sucked. I mean, they're awful. And I think in a lot of times in the Christian world, we kind of we want to just make it seem like it's all just great and happy and hunky-dory. And all of those things were just super incredibly painful for me. And even right now, I just, you think about for our seniors, for the people who this was their last year of high school, they didn't get to do track or soccer. They didn't get to do prom. They're not going to be able to have a graduation ceremony at this particular moment. And those things, if we're just being honest, that is awful. And it's truly tough. And so the topic that I want to talk about tonight is out of the book of Lamentations. In fact, Lamentations 1, okay, and we're going to look at the back half, 16 through 22. And what I want you to understand is in the book of Lamentations, written by the prophet Jeremiah, okay, and it's important for you guys to know that when he writes this, what has happened is Jerusalem has been overtaken by Babylon. In fact, this is where Daniel, if you know the story of Daniel and the lion's den, this is how Daniel ends up going from Israel over to Babylon, and then he does his stuff. This is the point where Babylon has come over. It's destroyed the temple. It's taken their young men and women, all the promising people. And all that's just left is destruction and pain. And it was awful. And so in the first 15 verses that we're not going to read through, it's just that. He's kind of describing just how much pain has happened to the tribe of Israel, to Jerusalem, to God's chosen people. And so when we pick it up in verse 16, okay, he says this: I weep because of these things. My eyes flow with tears, for there is no one nearby to comfort me, no one to keep me alive. My children are desolate because the enemy has prevailed. Zion stretches out her hands. There is no one to comfort her. The Lord has issued a decree against Jacob that his neighbors should be his adversaries. Jerusalem has become something impure among them. The Lord is just, for I have rebelled against his command. Listen, all you people, look at my pain. My young women and young men have gone into captivity. I called to my lovers, but they betrayed me. My priests and elders perished in the city while searching for food to keep themselves alive. Lord, see how I am in distress. I am churning within. My heart is broken, for I've been very rebellious. Outside the sword takes the children. Inside there is death. People have heard me groaning, but there is no one to comfort me. All your enemies have heard of my misfortune. They are glad that you have caused it. Bring on the day you have announced, so that they may become like me. Let all their wickedness come before you and deal with them as you have dealt with me because of my transgressions. For my groans are many, and I am sick at heart. And so I think there are two things. Okay, there are probably a bunch of things that we can learn about this, but I'm going to really focus in on two. And so what I want you to do is go back into verse 18, okay? And I want you to look back in your Bible. Okay, or hopefully we're trying to get it up.
What version are you using?
This is CSB. I wouldn't use this one.
Okay.
I have it because I like the book itself. I have a study Bible. It's super dope. That's why we use this. Woo! Oh, you can't read it. But anyways, it doesn't matter.
So if you look in verse 18, the Lord is just, for I have rebelled against his command. Listen, all you people, look at my pain. I think one of the things that we struggle with as Christians is we want there to be a really big meaning behind our suffering. And I think it points out here, hey, look, I've rebelled against this command. The Lord is just. And I think it's a good, important thing to see, that the Lord is good. And so what I would tell you is not every painful thing that happens to us is a punishment from God. I mean, when Jesus is asked about a crippled man, he was like a deformed hand, the questions the Pharisees asked were, hey, was this because his father and mother sinned, or did he sin? Why was he born this way? And Jesus responds that good things happen to bad people, and bad things happen to good people. But I think it's really important to see here, right, that although not everything, okay, is like a punishment from God, but God is working behind the scenes for it. God has got us, but that's not what anybody needs to hear in that particular moment. We just need to rest. And so that comes to my second point here, which is in verse 20. Lord, see how I am in distress. I am churning within. My heart is broken, for I have been very rebellious. And what I want you to understand is sometimes our best response to pain, struggle, and turmoil is just weeping, crying, sadness, tears. It's okay to do these things. It's okay to be real and authentic in this. And the kind of the way I would explain this is if you look in Jesus' life, because that's the author of our relationship, that's everything that's important to us. Okay, Jesus says, okay, right? I'm sorry, I got to back up. So in John 11, okay, he gets word, Jesus is traveling around, he gets word from Mary and Martha, the Mary and Martha of the story, that their brother Lazarus is, he's sick and he's probably going to die. Jesus kind of hangs out a little bit longer, and then he goes to visit Mary and Martha and Lazarus. And one of the things that he says before that he doesn't tell them, but he tells his disciples, is that this particular instance would not end in Lazarus' death. So here he is. That's the first thing he says to everybody who's outside of the situation. Then he walks into that situation, walks into that family community, that like circle, right? And Mary and Martha, and they are distressed because their brother died, like dead, like not just like sort of kind of had been dead for a while. Like they're thinking, game over, he's gone forever. It doesn't matter if Jesus comes now, he's gone. And so their pain is just magnified. It's so incredibly real. And I want you to understand this, right? They're not faking like they understand what's happening. They're not faking like, oh, it's okay, everything's great, we're going to be good, we're going to get through this, it's going to be fine. Okay, which is something I personally have fallen into all the time. But you look at what Jesus did, it's the easiest verse in the Bible to ever memorize. Okay, it's John 11:35. And it says this, Jesus wept. There you go. If you can remember John 11:35 and Jesus wept, you have a verse of the Bible memorized. And I think it's so incredibly important to realize that Jesus, in that moment, wept with people who were in pain. He wept with people who were in the middle of doing something that is arguably the hardest thing in their entire lives. And he took the time. He didn't immediately tell them, oh, this is all for God's plan. Oh, this is, just like, you need to just kind of buck up, soldier. Like, you're going to be fine. It's fine. No, he said nothing. And he walked up. He wept with them. He just emoted. He just had that emotion with them. He wasn't trying to be something else, but simply be that person that they needed at that moment in time. And so when we get into those sort of situations, I think it's incredibly important for us to just be real. Okay? And so I have my two applications here that I think the first one, okay, if you know, okay, a senior, an athlete, college, high school, otherwise, it doesn't matter. Okay, the first thing is send them a text, call them. Look, here's the deal. I was a senior once. I know it's surprising. In fact, I was a senior twice, right? Because I was once in high school and once in college. No, I didn't have to repeat a year, so everybody just settle down. Okay? to lose that back half, to lose that last little bit, and to do it in such a way, right, where their last day was the Friday before spring break. You didn't know, you didn't have time to say goodbye to everybody in class. I remember my last day of high school. It's getting a little bit further away, but just that moment where you're like walking around and signing yearbooks and just kind of realizing that this chapter is ending, and they didn't get that. And it's okay for us to say, hey, that's awful. I'm sorry that happened. And if there's anything I can do to help, let me help. If you're one of those people, I want to validate something. I want to validate your feelings because I think it's really important here. Okay? That it's okay in these moments of stress and struggle and pain for you to feel that, for you to feel sad, for you to feel anxious, all those things. Christians get that way. You're not broken in that sort of sense. You're not wrong because you feel that way. But the truth is, like, when we have hope, okay, when we have hope in Jesus, the goal is that it will help us get through the right now. It may not mean you're going to be happy right now in all of the pain and that sort of stuff, but it is important. And so what I'd like you to look right here is Psalm 51, okay, right? 50. Okay, and we're in 16 and 17. You do not want a sacrifice, or I would give it. You are not pleased with a burnt offering. The sacrifice pleasing to God is a broken spirit. You will not despise a broken and humbled heart, God. Okay, the reason we don't fake this stuff, the reason that we don't just pretend like we've got it all together, or that we understand is because God has never ever been interested in that kind of a relationship. One where you think you've got it all together. The one where you don't really need him and you're just going to act like you've got it together. And wow, God wants the real authentic relationship with you. And he wants it now. He doesn't want to wait. He doesn't want you to wait. So when you see this stuff, you read Lamentations, and you should read more of Lamentations than just the couple of verses I did. We're going to spend the next 3 weeks on it. Okay? You're going to see he wants all of it. If you're in pain, he wants to hear it. If you're happy, he wants to hear it. And that's just the truth, guys, that God is interested in having a real, authentic relationship with you and me. And so if you are having a hard time or don't know what to write down, I'll say my 2 points again. Okay, the first one, okay, is not every bad thing that happens in the entire world, okay, is because God is punishing somebody. Okay, sin is just a consequence. The wages of sin is death, and we deserve bad things to happen. And so when good things happen to us, that's awesome. When bad things happen, it's okay. We need to understand that. And the second thing, okay, is that it's okay for you when you meet something bad, when something is painful or hurts, it's okay to greet that with pain and weeping and just like sadness, guys. It's okay because that's the way God wants us to be. Okay, he wants to really meet us where we are, and he wants us to meet other people where they are. We don't need to fake anything because he desires a real, authentic relationship with us. So as we go to small groups, what I want you to really focus in, okay, as we do the Zoom calls and that sort of stuff, when you Zoom your leaders, okay, and you talk, I want you to be honest. Honesty is the key, because otherwise, what are you doing here? What are we doing here? And the answer is we're not doing anything worthwhile. We need to be real to each other. We need to be able to express the things that are hurting and happy and everything in between. So the Zoom calls will be in the group chat. Okay, Lindsay will be posting those. And the parent Zoom has been posted on Facebook and Instagram and that sort of stuff. So thank you guys. If you've been watching this whole time, please hit up the Zoom calls and that sort of stuff and get going where you need to go. And then I will start my parent Zoom at about 7:40, 7:45, somewhere in there. So if you're a parent and you want to get on, I'd love to see you then and just chit chat with you for a little bit. Nat and Reagan, I will drop your gift card off later tonight. It'll be after I'm done with my parent Zoom and that sort of stuff. So, all right. So hopefully we got that going. Hopefully Lindsay is typing those up. Oh, look, 7th grade boys, boom. All right. 7769341713. And that password is PSM in all caps. Let's go. Okay. This is great. It's always fun to see. Josh is currently behind the screen, the scenes, just messing with stuff. So it's always interesting to see what he's got going on. So we're just going slowly but surely. So 7th grade boys, there's one. 8th grade girls, 798 4389 3982. And that's a dope password. Oh man, this is super cool. Lindsay's got the little go to work symbol behind her name. She's a moderator now.
No, I made her a moderator so she has more control over the chat.
Yeah, let's go Dutch. If you can't tell, we're trying to get better here. We got our picture in picture, right? We had it so you could see it, and we didn't make Andrew hold the little screen up, which was super cool and entirely wonderful. Love that. Love doing that to him last time. So make sure you're getting on those Zoom calls. Okay, we're probably going to leave this up for just a little bit here, get where you need to go. And then I'm going to hop on the parent Zoom at some point here. Ronald, are you going to get on the parent Zoom? You can get on anytime now if you wanted to. So if you're a parent and you're watching this, or if your parent is not watching this and you would like, if you're a kid, you should go and tell them. We'd love to have them. It's just a place where we can talk. It's all fine, all good. We're here to be a resource to everybody who's aware. So if we can help in any way, we'd love to. I don't know. You didn't do the tool thing, Lindsay. Josh did it to you. Made you a moderator. So now you could do things like, I don't know, kick people from the chat or remove people's comments. Ronald, will you hop onto the parent Zoom? That's supposed to start in uno minuto. Oh, it's on there. I shared it. It's on my Facebook. Go to my Facebook. That's where it is. You can check it. Check my Facebook. Look, boom. You can't see it. It's just me. Oh, man. Okay. Boom. It's 920-0139-9149 PSM. My mom liked it. Yep, see? Can't see that. The 7th grade girls. No, I don't think we've got it on there. Ooh, fancy. She has not put it on there, Ellie, or Molly, or Lily, or Rick / Reagan, Rick. She hasn't put it up there. That's because you haven't put it on there, Lindsay. You haven't put your Zoom on there. You put the 7th grade boys, but not the girls. Oh, they said it didn't work. It don't work. Id. Ronnie, are you on the parent Zoom? Okay. You gotta go to Zoom. Start it. Woo! Double time. It's got double the trouble there. It has started. So there we go. So if you are a parent again, yeah, but she hasn't practiced a while. Woo! Yes.
Oh, sorry.
So Ronnie, you're the
I
host
thought
of
we
this
were
conversation.
done.
Yeah.
Sarah's over here practicing her soccer skills. She's getting all readied up. Okay. Lindsay, Molly still can't get on. You're killing her, Smalls.
I'm just a young boy. Each day I learn some more. Let's go watch some more.
Probably.
I used to love that show. My mom made me stop watching it though because he got whatever he wanted.
That's so. So we need to exit our YouTube thing.
Yep. And stream.